Hello viewers, welcome to TV Math Hub. Today we are going to handle Wakisha 2025 number 6, which says by using a suitable substitution, evaluate this integral. So when we are dealing with such integrals, we are going to see what we use. This integral which is given, they are telling you consider your own substitution. They have not given us the substitution. But when you see it has a root in the denominator, we know that we are going to use sign substitution, but we need the a squared and the b squared x squared, but they have given us a quadratic equation, meaning that we have to first simplify this. We get it in groups of a and b. That is what we are going to first deal with. And how do we do it? We are going to use completing squares. So we deal with 7 minus 6x minus x squared. So if we are going to complete squares, we first make the coefficient of x squared positive 1. So how do we do it? We pull out the negative. We shall remain with x squared. We shall remain with x squared x squared plus 6x minus 7. We have pulled out a negative, and later we are going to complete squares. So we shall have x squared plus 6x. When you're completing squares, you add the square of the coefficient of x, which is 3 squared. You add and also subtract it, and minus 7. So we shall have negative. If you look at the first 3 terms, this is a complete square, a perfect square. So I will have x plus 3, which was squared to give me this above, then minus 3 squared will give us a 9 minus 7. So we shall end up having negative into x plus 3 squared minus negative 9 minus 7. We'll end up having negative 16. Then multiply back our negative. We shall have 16 minus x plus 3 squared. So if we group, remember we said it has to be a squared minus b squared x squared. So the a will become 4 squared minus x plus 3, which is squared. So we have factorized the square root. So we continue. Remember, so we are going to put this, instead of having what is under the square root, we shall say it is the same as having the integral from negative 1 to 1 x plus 3 divided by square root. Instead of having the whole quadratic, now we are writing 4 squared minus x plus 3, which is squared dx. So we are going to use sign substitution, and we are going to let our x plus 3 equal to 4 sin u. We differentiate. So when you differentiate x with respect to x, you will get 1 dx will be equal to, when you differentiate sin u, you get cos u, but there is a constant for, so 4 cos u du. So after changing and differentiating, we also come and change the limits. We are removing them from x, converting them to u. So our x was running from negative 1 to 1. We come and get the values for u. We begin with the lower limit. When x is negative 1, plus 3 will be equal to 4 sin u, giving us 2 is equal to 4 sin u. When you make u the subject, you will get sine inverse of a half. What is sine inverse of a half? It is equal to 30 degrees. Convert it to radians. It will be pi divided by 6. So where there is negative 1, in terms of u, it will be pi divided by x. So that will be our lower limit. Now we go to our upper limit. Our upper limit is saying when our x is equal to 1, what will be our u? So when x is equal to 1 plus 3, we will get 1 plus 3 is equal to 4 sine u. So 1 plus 3 will give us 4 is equal to 4 sine u. Make u the subject, u will be equal to the sine inverse of 1, which will give us 90 degrees. And 90 degrees in radians is the same as having pi divided by 2. So we have now changed the limits from those of x to now the limits of u. Instead of having -1, we are having pi over 6, and instead of having 1, we are having pi divided by 2. So now, instead of having the integral of -1 to 1 x plus 3 divided by the square root of 7 minus 6x minus x squared dx, we are going to substitute it with what we have got. Where we have the limits as -1 to 1, we are going to say is the same as having the integral from pi over 6 to pi over 2. X plus 3, come back to your expression. Where is x plus 3? X plus 3, our x plus 3 is equal to 4 sine u. Instead of having x plus 3, we are substituting it with the 4 sine u divided by the square root. What did we get under the square root? The square root we got, instead of 7 minus 6x minus x squared, we got 4 squared minus, open brackets, x plus 3 squared. But this x plus 3 was the same as having 4 sine u. So because it is squared, we shall have 4 squared sine u squared. So we shall have divided by 4 squared minus 4 squared sine squared u. Dx, we come and substitute for dx. What is our dx? Our dx is having 4 cos u du. Instead of dx, we are having 4 cos u du. Come and substitute. It will be times 4 cos u du. That is what we have in terms of u. So this one will be equal to the integral from pi over 6 to pi over 2. 4 times 4, we shall get 16 sine u cos u du divided by cos u du divided by I'm having a common factor, which is 4 squared. I'm going to pull out 4 squared. I will have 4 squared into 1 minus sine squared u, but everything under a square root. So I will end up with, I pull out the 16 because it is a constant, integral from pi over 6 to pi over 2 sine u cos u du divided by, I'm having 4 squared but under square root. 4 squared under square root, I will remain with 4. I'm having 1 minus sine squared u, which will give me cos squared u, but under a square root, I will remain with the cos u. So cos u and cos u will cancel. The 4 will reduce the 16. We will remain with the 4 from integral pi over 6 to pi over 2. I remain with the sine u du. When you integrate sine u, you will have negative cos u from pi over 6 to pi over 2. Pull out the negative, you will have negative 4 into cos u of pi over 6 to pi over 2. When we are substituting the limits, we begin with the upper limit and we subtract the lower limit. So it will be cos pi over 2 minus cos pi over 6. This is the same as having negative 4. Cos pi over 2 is always a 0, and cos pi over 6 is a root 3 divided by 2. So 2 4, negative 4 times negative root 3 over 2, you will have these two will reduce this, and you will get a 2. Negative and a negative, you will get a positive, which will give you 2 root 3. So the integral from negative 1 to 1, x plus 3 divided by root of 7 minus 6x minus x squared dx was equal to 2 root 3.
Yeah.